Hey, good morning, everyone. I pray that you all are doing well. Thank you so much for joining us today on Morning Motivation. And today we're just going to get right to it. Today we're talking about procrastination. Procrastination is something that we all do. There are things that we have to do, some tasks that we have to do in our life, and we push them off. We wait till the last minute. And I am no stranger to this idea because plenty of things in my life or throughout my life in the military now as well that I procrastinate on. It's like, okay, I have a deadline on Friday. Well, it's Monday. I got plenty of time. I'll get it done on Thursday night. But procrastination is not a good thing. We all do it. And we seem to say to others, oh, you know what? We don't call ourselves procrastinators. We say, oh, we work well under pressure. Well, we work well under pressure because we put ourselves in that situation that we have to get it done. But if we would have gotten it done earlier, we would have actually been more productive. But anyway, so what are some causes of procrastination? A couple things that we looked up. Procrastination. Number one reason that people procrastinate is perfectionism, is that they want things to be perfect. They want things to be ideal. It has to be, done is better than perfect. So if you're waiting for everything to be perfect, for situations to line up, for all the stars to line up, then often you're going to miss things. But we wait for things to be so perfect that we procrastinate on doing them. Next thing, fear of the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. We all have that fear of the unknown. What happens if we're successful? What happens if we fail? What happens if this? What happens if we go right? What happens if we go left? But we all procrastinate. One of the issues is fear. We also think that we can just do it later. There's plenty of time. We can do it later. Tomorrow is not promised. Get done today what you can get done today. Next reason is that you're working on small tasks because they're easy. If you follow like a Dave Ramsey program, they tell you to pay off those small debts early so that you can move that money into paying off the bigger debts. Well, same thing with procrastination. We think to ourselves, you know what, I'll just knock out these little tasks early because they're smaller, because they're easier. So then we procrastinate on the big stuff, but still we're procrastinating. You experience a lack of motivation. That always happens to me. It's like I'm moving, everything is working. Then all of a sudden I kind of hit a stumbling block and I kind of get demotivated, and getting remotivated or getting unstuck is kind of difficult at times. And so that leads to procrastination. I'm not motivated. I just want to relax. I'm kind of getting lazy. Let's see, you're unclear about how to get started. So many times we have a project, whether it's at work or college or at home, where we have a project and we don't really know where to start. We don't know where to focus at first. And so we procrastinate because we don't want to get started. I know for myself, there's some things that I just put off. And sometimes it's the smallest task that I have to do. Because I don't know how to get started, I push it off until the last minute. Seventh reason here is you often get distracted. That's me all the time. I get squirreled. I'm going down one road, I see a squirrel, and I take off and go in a different direction. And that leads to procrastination as well. And final thing for it, cause of procrastination is the task will require effort and hard work. That, it's interesting because we see something that needs to be done in the future and like, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take some brain power. It's going to take some physical strength to get it done. So we procrastinate and we push it off and down the road. And so I am familiar with that. As you all know, I am working on a project right now, and some of the things I've procrastinated about, other things I've gotten done early. But procrastinating is something that haunts me all the time because I deal with it. And so now we're going to talk about some ways to overcome procrastination. And the first thing is setting deadlines. Number one way to avoid procrastination is set deadlines. And what I advise you to do in setting your deadline, for your deadline, a couple things you can do. Definitely write down to-do lists. Also, put it on your calendar that when things are due. And some type of tracking system is going to help you as well. So you don't just say, okay, this large project is due on this date. Put milestones along the way so you can make sure that you are on track. But also what I recommend is that if you have when you set your deadline, make your deadline before the project is actually due. That way you have a buffer period if you need to go back and tweak things or fix things or something like that. But you don't just wait up to the last minute. Okay, your assignment is due at midnight on Sunday, which we all are familiar with that. Our assignment is due midnight on Sunday. So that's the deadline. And we're saying, you know what, all day, I got time. I'll get started at 5. I'll get started at 6, 7, becomes 8, becomes 10, becomes 11. Now you're panicking to try and get it done by 12. But perhaps go in with the mindset of, you know what, I'm going to get this. I know it's due Sunday at midnight. Let me get it done by Friday midnight. Before I wake up on Saturday morning, it's done. That way you have a buffer. That way if something comes up that's unexpected, you can put that into the equation and still get it done. But the main thing here is that you set up a deadline. A deadline is a target date for when you are going to get something done. And so you're not procrastinating on that. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. Many situations throughout our lives, we cannot do things alone. First and foremost, we need God's strength, especially when we are weak. And so don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to, you ready for this? Seek wise counsel. But remember, all counsel ain't wise. See how I did that? Okay. Anyway, don't be afraid to ask for help. God has placed people in our lives, our mentors, our coaches, our friends, our family members, our pastors. God has placed people in our lives to ask for help. And I know for myself, I have difficulties asking for help, but sometimes I know that God has truly ordained it. I need to work with folks, and God has placed them in my life to help me over obstacles, to help me with certain situations, because God has given me a specific area of expertise, and it's not all of them. So, like right now, we're dealing with we're producing a play, and I do not know music whatsoever. So I have to ask for help. I have to ask for musical experts to come on board to handle that musical stuff, because you got me back there playing an instrument. Nope, it's not going to be good. So second thing is, don't forget to ask for help. First thing is set deadlines. And second is, don't forget to ask for help. And the third thing is change your mindset. You can't walk around life saying, I'm a procrastinator, because in essence, whether you know it or not, you are speaking that procrastination into your life. If you're walking around saying I'm a procrastinator, well, you're always going to be waiting to the last minute to get something done. You're always going to be pushing things forward instead of pulling things towards you to get them done today. Trust me, when you go to bed and you have accomplished the things on your to-do list, you sleep better. You sleep, you're more comfortable. You go to bed with a sense of gratitude, a sense of joy, a sense of happiness, because you know that those things are not lingering. But when you go to bed knowing that you got a deadline to meet the next day, but you procrastinated so long on it affects your sleep. You're going to have anxiety. You're going to have stress. You're not going to sleep well, and ultimately that's going to affect your performance in the future, your performance on this task. So change your mindset. Don't walk around saying I'm a procrastinator. No, that is not the case. Do not deliver that story to your life. You are not a procrastinator. At this point on, you are going to take charge of things, especially first and foremost with a mindset, knowing that you are motivated, you are energized, you are enthused. You are going to get things done. You're going to set out a course. You're going to map things out. You're going to put things on your calendar. You're going to make to-do lists. You're going to ask for help when you need it. These are all things that you can do to change your mindset so that you are not in that procrastination mode. Because once you get into procrastination mode, you are always going to be kind of behind, kind of lagging in your thoughts, and you're going to feel that. You're going to see that in situations. With this project we're doing now, this play, one of the things that I typically procrastinate with, and I kind of procrastinate on this a little bit, but I did start early enough, is creating the program. And I would say that out of all the events that I have ever planned, just to give you all a little history, when I was in the Air Force, my main job for Equal Opportunity was planning events like special observance events, Black History Month, Women's History Month, all kinds of things. And we would plan anywhere from 8 to 15 events a year. Plus you throw in like annual awards and balls and Air Force balls and all these other things that I was always involved with planning. And I remember I remember being up at like early morning, I'm sorry, late at night, the day before an event, trying to print out a program off of my printer. Well, this time we got started early and we actually got the programs back yesterday in the mail. So what was yesterday? Yesterday was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 days prior to the event, we had the programs finished and done. So that's one thing that I did not procrastinate on this time. And I'm glad I did, because now I don't have to worry about that, because I would be back in the program. Let me change this. Let me change that. But anyway, so 3 keys to defeating procrastination is, first thing is you set up deadlines. Set up deadlines, times where you are going to make things happen, and have them before the actual due date. Next thing, ask for help. Don't forget to seek wise counsel in all that you do, because God did not place you here to operate alone. So first, you go to God for your strength, especially when you are weak, and then ask others, seek godly counsel. And third thing is change your mindset. Don't keep walking around here saying I'm a procrastinator. No, walk around here saying I get things done on time. I get things done successfully, because walking around here with that procrastination mindset is only going to keep you in that state of procrastination. And that is not where we want you to be. So once again, thank you so much for watching Morning Motivation. I pray that you all are having a blessed day. Thank you once again for watching. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like, and we will see you, God willing, we will see you back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.